We got a conversation just between you and me. And we're going to continue our conversation on just the things that women got to deal with. And whether we like it or not, confidence seems to be a universal issue. I hardly, does not mean always, but it does mean for the most part, come across a woman that is, man, I am confident. I am confident in every area of my life. I am nailing it. I am rolling. I am ready to go. That's not normally the case. Most women, I'm sitting on the floor. I don't know why I decided to do this on the floor. Most women, you feel good about some things and you feel shaky about a lot of things. And that can change from minute to minute, moment to moment. So if you're anything like the rest of us, 2024, I don't know, I need it. I always try to, with my verbiage, I always kind of feel like I'm wrong with some of the things I say because some people are, like they're more like eloquent and more positive, I guess. And I am not a negative person. I'm a very positive person. But with my verbiage, I tend to be pretty direct and pretty harsh sometimes with myself, really. And sometimes that's to everybody else too. But like, I am at the point, and I'll just be really honest with 2023, it wasn't a bad year by any stretch of the imagination. Was it the year I wanted? No. Was it the year that I was hoping for? Not even hardly. Was it, I think I filled out a survey. I was trying to find my word of the year. So I took one of those online quizzes and it said, how would you describe your word, or how would you describe 2023? And I literally put meh. And that is really honestly what it felt like. There's always great things, always things to be grateful for. But there are things that I'm like, I cannot do this again. Like, I cannot live like this. It has nothing to do with my house. I couldn't be happier. My husband, there is nobody better. My life outside of my body is great. Like, it's not other things coming in. It's right here. I can't do this the way I feel, this unproductive, unpurpose-filled here is, I can't do this again. And so that was going to require me to have a different mindset. It's going to require me to do something different. It's going to require me to put myself in a different space. And that is going to require confidence. So give me a shout out if you can relate to that minute soliloquy of how I got here. I'm going to have to create a confidence inside myself to put myself in a different situation to get what I want out of 2024. So I did a little bit of research, and then of course I'm thinking back to the times in my life where I was full of confidence and full of what I would consider a purpose-driven life. And I took some notes on some other things that I did some research on, and then just really added my own personal experience. So I've got 5 things that if you're like me and you need to create some confidence, let's do this, okay? And so the first one is just right out of what I believe to be true. And what I believe to be true is, if you want to grow yourself to help others, which is what I believe I am here for, you have to know yourself. And so the more learning you can do here, the more awareness you can have, the more understanding you can have about who you are, you can find out what you're great at and how you think and what makes you different and where is your sweet spot? Where do you shine? Because everybody's got them and they're all different. And so what you want to figure out is who you are, what you're great at, what your sweet spot is, and how can you enhance that? I am not going to be somebody who's going to live in my shortcomings. I got a ton of them. And sometimes, right, I'm really good at comparing myself to other people who don't have those same shortcomings. They may have their own, but to me, it's glaringly obvious that I'm less than. Okay? Because that's what you do in comparison. You either compare yourself too high and like I'm much better than everybody else, or you compare yourself too low and I'm unworthy of everybody else. And so none of that is healthy. None of that is healthy. What you need to know is who you are, what you're great at, what you love to do, what your purpose is, what your calling is, what your passion is, and you need to go there. You need to lean there 100% of the time. And if you know me, it is the things, the tools, because I like tools in my toolbox, right? Tools in my toolbox are the Enneagram, Strength Finders, literally changed my life. Love languages changed my marriage. Basic needs, DISC. Get your hands on every single assessment and put the puzzle piece of who God created you to be. Start putting that together. The more you know yourself, the more you can grow yourself so you can help others. Okay? That's a Heatherism right there for you. So that's my first one. Number 2 is I want you to win. I want you to win. And when you're not winning big, and I will get emotional, I'm so sorry. When you're not winning big, you better figure out how to win small. Or you're like me and you'll just give up and you're like, I'll take my ball and I'll go home. Well, first of all, you're not going to make any friends taking your ball home and going home. And also, no, you can't, as an adult, take your ball and go home. So you're going to have to figure out how to do something else, which is win. Win small. And aim small, miss small. One of my favorite movies, The Patriot. So instead of having these big grandiose things for 2024, what about small things that you can do daily, weekly, monthly, so that you can win? Winning creates confidence. So where can you win? And it can be something as physical discipline. It can be something as simple as I made my bed every day. Don't look at behind me because you can see my bed, and I sort of put a pillow on it just for you. I am not somebody who makes my bed every day, but if I was looking to create confidence and I needed to win, that would be a good win. What else can you do? Frank said to me yesterday, he goes, I really want to keep my truck clean. And it sounds like silly, but it's so powerful because when you can keep your area around you clean, your mind is much more clear. So I thought is a great thing to do. Where can you win small? You can build upon wins. Winning begets winning. It's like my favorite thing about winning, but so does losing. So you're going to have to snap out of it and figure out something small. Get all that big stuff out. The big stuff will absolutely come. I need you to focus on that little stuff. Okay, the third thing is I want you to continuously learn. And one of the tips I did research on was continuously learning. It broadens your horizons. It helps you, just build more confidence and competence. But I'm going to add something to it because I know there's a lot of people out here who know everything. And I'm very jealous of people who know a lot of things. I am not one of those people. I don't know things, but I do things. And that also creates confidence. I would be hard pressed to know a lot of people that sit around and know a lot of things, but they know they're not doing anything with that. That's not confidence building. That's not all confidence building. So if you're somebody who knows a lot and is great at continuously learning, now I need you to continuously put it into some sort of action. If you're like me and you don't fall on the continuously learning as well as other people do, maybe that's where you want to start. I have got to get back into leadership reading. It changes me. I'm so much better. It's the most efficient way to grow yourself. So I know that 2024, it's got to be about reading to me because I'm a doer. I will put it into action. So where do you need a little bit more love? Okay. That's the point of that whole thing. Okay. Number 4, man, aren't you better when you help other people? I am awful when I am self-focused because self-focused makes me selfish, and I'm not a selfish person, but when I'm in my stress behavior, I'm incredibly self-focused. I am just like tunnel vision. And when you get tunnel vision, it's good sometimes, but when it kind of pushes people out of your tunnel, it's not good. So helping others always makes me feel better. And that can be easy as donating. It can be volunteering. You know what it also could be doing is a mentoring. What if I know, because I've done this post before, what could you teach an hour class on with no preparation? I did that post a couple months ago and I was floored by you guys. You guys are geniuses. And there are things that I didn't even know I needed to know about, but I wanted to because you guys know everything. But if you know everything and you're not sharing everything, if you're not mentoring, if you're not a role model, if you're not a coach, what are we doing with all that info? What are we doing with all your expertise if you're not giving it to the world? So how can you help somebody? How can you help others? And that can be one person. It can be global. It really depends on your orientation. So figure out what that means to you. What does that trigger in you? Okay. And then my last one is the research said surround yourself with support. I'm going to add to that. I'm going to say surround yourself with people who are like you want to be, because you become like the 5 people that you spend the most time with. If you're surrounding yourself with people who are struggling, not confident, not taking risks, not putting themselves out there, not developing themselves, not helping others, not financially responsible, you are going to be all of those things. And that's where like my line in the sand's like, I am not doing that anymore. That means you got to surround yourself different. You got to, in order to be different, you got to better circle. So surround yourself with supportive people, but people who challenge you. I would caution you against surrounding yourself with people who enable you. You're just going to continue to get what you get. And, my line in the sand, like I said 10 minutes ago, was I can't do this anymore. And I refuse. So do I have to find some different circles? Do I need to put myself in different positions? Yep. And so do you. So there are my 5 things to create more confidence in 2024. Thanks for joining me on these conversations. I can't wait to hear your thoughts. I'm on Facebook and Instagram. If I had another device, I'd be on TikTok too. So if anybody has any genius ideas for me, I'd like to be at all 3 things. And then it'll be on YouTube later. I'm getting better at this. But I just have enjoyed kind of putting my thoughts out there, but then also hearing things right back from you guys. That's how this, we can be a community ourselves, and we can put ourselves in the space of people that are wanting to do something different and wanting to grow and have real conversations. Not fluff. I don't do fluff. I do real stuff. So thank you guys for joining me. I hope you guys have an incredible new year. Do you see my shirt? My friend Christy got this for me. Isn't it so cute? So we are cheersing in the new year here this weekend, and I hope you guys have a great one. And I hope to hear from you on your thoughts on this and what you guys are going to do about it. So thank you guys. You are the best.